just wanted to talk about what is happening with Shauna. Well, she had her solar return, 50th, by the way. Isn't that kind of some kind of milestone? It is. If we're looking at astrology and we look at cycles, that if we, in case we're going through a process of life that is very cyclic, and it is. But we're going through stages here, and there isn't much we can do about that. No amount of education or anything is going to prevent you from dying here. Sorry. So let's go for, well, sorry, I'm just trying to, well, I made this, see, I made this, the videos and the artwork. The thing that I'm definitely, a work of art. So are you. You are something that God made. It's a special thing that was sculpted, and then you're going to express, and that's what you're doing. Whether you know it, like it or not, that's what's happening. See, artists kind of they go like, wait a minute, you mean on top of just being unconscious about it, you can become conscious and say, wow, this is like a movie. And I love people. It's time to entertain. Really, you love God. That's really what you're going to say, because what if God made all of this and he's like, don't you like all of this? What the fuck? You mean you went so far as to not smile at the person that was walking down the street and just glanced at you. It was more like, I don't know. God thinks that's interesting too. He's like, I guess that's what you're supposed to do. They say that, like, no, God actually, jealousy and envy means that God is there just saying, damn, I did good. Okay, I certainly outdid myself there. I wish I could be me. You know what I'm saying? What you're witnessing is that I'm trying to tell you that I had a solar return and then Mars happens. It's a major thing. When you do your solar return, which is your birthday, have an astrologer, pay them $705,000. Sorry, I can't even say my words right. Pay them $5,700. Thank you. To do your solar return, to tell you, well, just give them that and they'll be your lifetime solar return guide person. In case you don't know, and, in case you're not paying attention, like you can jump on the timeline that is not of the narcissist who is doing like it's like we're not supposed to know that even the truth exists for them. They are spiraling down into, like, if there is a hell, and it is being trapped in a relationship with somebody who is that confused about everything, right? Right? Yes. Do you get paid to babysit somebody who's completely fucking confused? I'm sorry. See, this is where oh my God, whatever you do, don't reproduce with somebody who's utterly unable to learn a simple thing. Like, how about, like, scrambling an egg in the morning? It's not any one person's job. Although, no, I'm not saying, babes, I'm not saying for women to give up scrambling eggs in the morning. After a while, you're going to see, I mean, really, all of you are going to have to learn. It's like, actually, who can taste better? Who has, like, 60,000 more nerve endings going, and they use 60,000 more words to try and convey a quality of something that they probably need? Those are women. Those are the leaders here. They are the first responders who says, wait a minute, I think something's burning. Ah, they'll scream, right? I mean, it's like, what are you going to do? And ignore them there? Well, how diseased is everything getting now? And what is taking care of all of everything now? I'm sorry. Did we talk about the history? Why is this coming up? I don't like it. Jesus, was there a history that you're involved with? Yeah, tell him about the crucifying and then putting the beard on her. Her? Yes, she was a woman. Oh my God. It only makes more sense if you apply that was a woman there, and then just stop going so literally and try to look at it as a metaphor. It just points at everything, like the woman's side is missing, and if she was to talk, she would say, there isn't a philosophy to this. There's just the truth, and if you want to hear what the truth is, here's one of them. Lest ye be as little children, this is my world, you will not see the kingdom of heaven. See, she's talking about a quality of being there, which she only knows because she's going to have children, and you have to be with them. You know, be with is a big word. We've talked about it before. There's no belief. It's be with. Actually put the H down. Be wit. Be withness. Be witness. There's where we're getting back to her that doesn't afford to strong arm her way because she has a mind overtaking and says, "No, I have a belief." No, she's actually um, yielding her attention and space, which is love. Really, it's a form of space making inside of your entire. I mean, your mind is empty, baby. That's what they're saying by empty mind. Lose your mind. Lose your mind. See, things have been inverted here, and her like practice, her entire programming that what she's here to do has been switched over. No, that's the man's job, and it's the woman's job. It's been fucking. It's in fact canceled out. I mean, really now, what was the Olympics about? Something trying to tell us that it's like, ha 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 ha. They're having such a good time. Do you have any ideas of your own? In fact, do you dare meditate and just find out the real answer and figure out nobody has any ideals of their own. But if you're a master, if you're an original, you are the highest version radiating and communicating in case the children were watching. With the human aperture, it is so very interesting because I'm pretty sure we are a technology, and we see it around us. Really, if you want to know, like what's making crop circles and stuff like this, and everything. Yeah, Dave's what I learned when I'm trying to show you every once in a while about the English alphabet. It's an interfacing system sent from benevolent beings who live in outer space. It's as good as any other shamanic guide when you actually find out what the symbols are pointing at. It's a symbol. The T just happens to point at the table, right? The table, but see, now never mind, get rid of the T. What it's very see truth, you're here, you're just going to have to get involved. Dare, turn yourself on and say, shit, wow, the truth, God is here still, you know, truth is here still, so now what are we going to do? We have to get sharp with it. You know, you don't deny that it's there. See, you know, narcissists, right? They have a trouble with the truth. Like, wow, you can see them. It's like, you know what? You don't realize this person is absolutely 100% struggling with the fact of the universe being here. They're just like, well, it's like this. They want it controlled. Something has disenfranchised them. Somebody did. That's what the problem. They were abused. Somehow it's very subtle. It could be just that's the way our culture is. All right, you know what? That needs to fucking go away. You need help, and you have a fake helper over there. Try to understand that sacrifice that Christ made. Really, you just keep doing it, going over there, just dropping it, right? Yeah. Pardon this light. Is it weird now? It's because the sun. S-U-N. The sun. See, I was trying to tell you about how Mars is, it happens to be setting off the most spiritual part of me, the very creative part, the part that people don't understand it, but they see it right away. And it's Pisces. The only planet going retrograde is my Jupiter in my chart. A lot of people will have a planet, only one going, and that tends to stick out. It's going reverse. And now of course, I'm talking about the reversed universe, and it's Jupiter, which is it's a high-minded fucking planet. It's going to expand whatever it touches, and it's touching Pisces. And we are just fucking spiritual people. I know my generation, there is the Jupiter and Pisces people that it happens for 2 years they're going through the Libra generation. And there are some highly spiritual people. It's so refreshing to be around the Pisces because they are the most spiritual fucking people. And so what I'm doing now, as you'll see for the rest of my solar return year, I have what is called spiritual refreshments for people. I do astrology. I consider myself a spiritual refreshment. You should too. Are you? What are you refreshing anyway? Are you refreshing God over there, or did you get fucking caught in the satanic pit? And we can start clarifying those metaphors, man. Here's Satan. Here's God. Here's Satan. Here's God. Here's Satan. Sorry. Anyway, and wow, how could we help each other up and out? You know what I mean? You'll see Satan going, so you and me, baby, right? We're all miserable, huh? Right? Spiral down narcissist. I've got you, your fucking louche emotions just on repeat, because if you're not careful, that's just the nature of the mind. The mind has to loop information back in order. That's what we're doing. That's how it is. But it's not a loop. It should be spiraling and then expanding. See, there's the contracting being or the expanding being. And that's what the universe is comprised of. The universe is comprised of expanding and contracting beings. See, what I'm doing is what I'm supposed to be doing because I have a Jupiter in Pisces. I speak. See, this is what people noticed of me when I was 16 years old, and my best friends were my grandmother's friends. We were hanging out and working together, and I loved to talk with them, and they loved to talk with me. We sat around, and if you're around intelligent people, they sit around and talk. They look each other in the eye and they'll say, well, remember that? And so we hold this together. And particularly in my community, it's more like on my earth. And it's like, what happened to the fucking earth? So I think that's what the new earth is all about. It's like, can we remind ourselves a little bit here? Hello? No. You people are sleeping and polluting the place, and now you're mobbing us because we're first responding to it saying no to you, and we get reactive abuse. Just hold on a minute. These are little babies that haven't even grown into their own skin yet, but they're of all ages. You call them narcissists, but no, they're just naked pygmies waiting for the dawn of their own awakening. It's here. Unfortunately, we are in a very interesting plane. If you're hanging on to every word to this, you're waking up a little bit and you're noticing, oh my God, well, first of all, there's a backdrop there. There's most of it. I hate to go kind of flying off here, but it's like it doesn't have anything to do with you. You notice, the world is not going to change. It might just shell over with a massive fucking, somebody's going to send me money, with a massive bunch of asphalt, toxic, carcinogen. Let's use the worst of the worst. Let's make sure we have toxic runoff coming out of the coal mines. Here, we need to put it in the water supply in San Diego and everywhere else. Do you have more sulfuric acid and fluoride to disperse? And let's not put it in the ground. Let's put it in the water supply. How stupid of you. Don't you know? We've got to keep it clean. Here. Wow, it's almost like, how fucking smart is that? I'm almost thinking it's a great idea, but whatever you do, don't fucking contribute in that and into that. And what did I just say? Basically, I'm trying to clear storage now, pardon me. Basically, I just said, don't have children. What the? Uh-oh, another one failed. You fell for it? You're supposed to just graduate. You become a human being. And then you graduate into soul. See, when you become a human being, there's a catch-22. You don't dare have children here. I didn't just say that you don't love children and you're not with them and taking care. In fact, everybody you're going to notice is a fucking child around you. It's like, uh-oh, here's somebody. They think they want to play. They don't know how to play. They don't play fair. Boy, they're taking everything so seriously. I got to go to work. Well, find your leaders, man. You know what I mean? You've been killing them a lot, and we talked about Jesus, and I'm going to continue to speak in riddles. The people that were around me when I was a kid, they immediately they noticed. I moved up here to my place of spiritual awakening, which is where I'm at, and it's kind of happened. I don't know what's going to mean. Am I going to dissolve into a fucking gaseous fume? Probably. I already have a lot of times here. I'm like, wait a minute, where did I just go? Astral travel? That was weird. I'm going to stay here and look at the very nature of reality. And it's like, yes, stay here, Shauna. Can you? No, it's looking like it's like I'm being shaved. And the animals, it's like I'm a Noah's Ark now. It's there. I have all of the breeds of the animals. And like, Shauna, are you taking care of it? Yeah, well, because look at the world has encroached. And it's just like, and I'm seeing all of these things that I need to do. And I don't respond first. And I feel bad about that. But I have responded. But it's like, no, I have this system I'm going to put together for this community. That just makes them think like little school children. They're going to say, Why did I get a turd ribbon? Well, because you are failing to preserve the environment up here, and even your own health, because this behavior here poisons the water table, and I'm talking about the asphalt spilling and stuff. I know that. I mean, really, we need to stop all of using toxic things, and there's where, because who likes to live in disease, and now you're having to work. First of all, you're being told that you're being lied to across the board where the disease is coming from. Christ was here to try to tell us, hi, that we don't get sick, we don't die, we don't get old even. You don't have to. See, we might be living in a time, sorry, I wasn't looking right into the camera, that we see that we can completely restore ourselves. Really, some of us are experiencing it. If we're low enough and we're able to just, away from the projection system, which is people, really, and just start experiencing, like, okay, what's really going on, aside from how that your mind can alter and start, they say, really, I admit, focusing on something and then bringing that up more. And it's like, would you get away from the narcissist that does that? I'm a musician, and first of all, we don't hang on to shit. Luckily, we have recording equipment, right, that says, listen to this band that plays, and none of the good shit is being written down and redone. It's being played live. Can you catch a recording of it? Can you feel it in your soul and say, shit, we are together, right? Right? I love doing that when it was 20 years ago, and got a chance to do it. It was the tail end where people are still wanting to be all they can be. It's hard to, when you're just going to go down the rabbit hole, right? I mean, I started noticing, that's when I started noticing shapeshifters, the reptilian entity. I can tell you it's spiritual possession. They are not human, yet they are struggling with it. There's some entities here that are struggling with the universe here. They are not yet graduated. They are confused as hell about, it's more like they just don't like it. They're like, you mean that water runs downhill on its own? Yeah, and there's nothing, you can't control that. I mean, you can do machinery and stuff, but there's natural laws of physics here. Yep. It's the same for everybody, so you can't change no matter what you're doing. What goes up must come down, and that's the same for everybody. See, they don't like the truth talk. You can utter a riddle, talk about a riddle, and that's why I said I'm full of riddles, and I'm going to be doing this really animated, like, and you're going to have to, like, solve the puzzle or solve the riddle or something. It might help you to do that. And so then it might open both sides of the hemispheres of your brain. I might be aiming for that unconsciously, because well, I've played music all my life, and sang songs and alone doing that, and it's really helped me with a lot of things. It says that yeah, it opens both of the sides of the hemispheres of your brain. I love the word inside of hemisphere. You want to look at it? Oh my God! And the symbology there. I found something that within the words, it's like a label, and then you going back and look at the ingredients. It's like, oh, that's what's really happening. That's for the sheep. The sheep goes, no, we know what an organism is. I said organism. Okay. I don't want to like get people all uncomfortable about the real sea. Sorry, here we go. Try to get my screen. The real sea. Science, I'm sorry, science thing. See, what you need to know about this I right here, very important. It's to remain in the lowercase out of all of the vowels that should be always mandatory in uppercase until and then you don't have to know what I'm saying, but it's important to do that, to let every bit of the consciousness here know that you know now what's up. And that's where you don't know that whole civilizations can rise and fall without knowing the upper spectrum literature, or say that it's not necessarily language or the symbol system, but they're taking away your consciousness, the higher frequency level of knowing things. And then that's what I was trying to say about that. Is this the same video? You'll see what I'm trying to do something about this out of it. If there's 200 videos, there might be 2 minutes. String it together for me. Let's work together. When you make the $500,000 off of it, because you I don't know, some people are bored. At least send me $5, please. I think it'll accumulate. Turns into a blob and goes into the deletion. Anyway, yeah, I'm here channeling. I wanted this main thing that I was going to tell you is that that's what the Mars is positively trining my Jupiter. That I'm naturally this metaphorical, spiritually refreshing person. I don't have the usual conversation. I notice the programming, right? And it's like I'm actually I get almost injured if I'm around some people that are equal to like car salesman people, or people that think that a salesman is something to that that you identify yourself with a card, and you say I am, and you like the 10th thought, or the fifth thing that they want to talk about is like, how do you make money? What do you do for a living? What do you do for a living? It's like, you know what? All I have to do is be here. Excuse me. Fucking hey, man, you people are dangerous, man. We all know we have to make money, right? See, it's like we don't have a fucking problem with that. We don't act like we're in this constant state of scarcity. And it's like, did you get enough? And it's like, well, no. Can you just handle that stress? Handle it. You know, like, did you ever ponder past it and say, do you think it's necessary that we even need money? I know that it's here to stay, maybe. Like the world, it's here to stay, babe. You're never going to change it. Change it. I still think that change is the answer. I do. If you can see it differently, right? What if money was one of those things like the English alphabet that was here to help us computerize something into play and then avoid something else from ever coming up and playing, right? It's only pointing at something. It will say no, and this is, if it's, oh my God, no, we don't need money. How stupid. You need to control the food. That's what you need to do. Yes. And then tag money onto it and say, no, you have all the food in the world. Look, you go, not only that, you have a servant. You are now, want to talk about the royals? I've talked about it. It's like the snapshot of the royals. Everybody wants to be like the royals. Your success is this. You go to the restaurant. I've talked about this, one of my first videos I made. I'll pull it up right here. And you've made it. You have a servant. They're tiptoeing around, and you are eating your food. This is happening like but not just the rest, but not you and the servant there, but in the restaurant you can see how many kings and queens sitting there going, yes, and there's a fly in my soup also. Yes, and then their conversation is like this. Nothing. Nothing. You can go from table to table waitressing, and they're all talking about the same fucking bullshit and thing. Something to the effect of, well, yes, Tommy, he just went into college and he's doing blah, blah, blah with this and that and the other. And then next, well, he just had a child, and then he got the career, and so that, but they're struggling. That sometimes they go for a vacation, but it fades out into something technological, maybe something, but the trend. Nobody's thinking on their own. Then you go to the next table, it's the same thing. And so yes, he made it into the blah blah, and well, they do have kids now, and so then, but they make plenty of money, blah blah blah. And over here, it's like, well, yeah, no, he went to this university. Blah, blah, blah. Are you guys doing anything? Hello? What's going on here? I have a life to go to here. Your lives aren't more important than anybody else here. Goodbye.